Hi, welcome to new video. In this video, we'll discuss about how we can implement multi-auth feature in our application. So suppose you have one table, users table for all your employees and admins in your company, and down the line you want to make the login system for your customers as well. So you already have customer table, or you want to make a new table for separate authentication for those customers. So if you don't want to change existing code and do tweaks in users table or any other, so whatever the reason might be, so what you can do is you can implement different authentication system using that customer table, or making any other table for your customers. So the authentication for uh, users or admins will be remaining as it is, and you can implement a new system with your new table. So we'll discuss how we can make this in this video. So I have a new installation of Laravel. Let's open it up in PHP Storm, and let's configure .env file. So with that set, we'll generate the auth scaffolding php artisan make auth. Okay, so that's done. So now let's visit the route. So by the way, you cannot use .dev in Chrome. So Chrome just changed this to HTTPS protocol. It will force that. So instead, what you can do is you can use HTTP. So test app dot test. So if you use something like Laragon, you can use dot for test for auto virtual hosts. So whenever you change the folder name, it will automatically detect that and make this your virtual host. Okay, so now we have make auth in place, so we can register. Let's register. Okay, we need to migrate first. PHP artisan migrate city into okay, so successfully migrated. Now we can register. There we go. So this is the normal flow. So now what we'll do is we'll make a new table and make authentication out of it. Okay, so let's create a new migration. So PHP artisan make migration, create customer table. Okay, create customers table. Okay, we got the migration, and we'll copy those fields. So these fields will be identical. So these fields are required fields. So you can have any other fields in your customer table, like any other phone number, secondary phone number, address, chip, or whatever you want to. So but these fields will be required. Okay, so now let's migrate to create a new table. Also we have to make a new model. So we might need controller as well. So we could have created this from one command, but it's okay. Alright, so now we have a customer table with customer model. And now what we need to do to make a multi-auth is go to your config file, and down below, I think, sorry, config auth. So in auth file you have default guard web. So if you don't specify any guard, it will use web guard. So we can see down here web guard uses session and provider users. So if you see providers, so users use the user class. Okay, so first thing will be we'll make a new guard. So I'll copy this and add one more array. So I will name it customer guard, and provider will be customer. and now we need to create this provider here. So I'll duplicate this, and customer. So app user will use customer class for customer auth. So if we go to user class, it extends this authenticable class, and also uses notifiable. So what we can do is we can copy these two into our customer, and we'll extend it to authenticable. There we go. And we'll use notifiable if we require a notification feature in future. So we don't need this model. This authenticable automatically extends to model. Alright, and if we go to user model, we can see these fillable fields and hidden fields. So we'll require that as well in our customer. Okay, after that we'll make the middleware to restrict any other unauthenticated user. So php artisan make middleware. So we'll name it customer middleware. Let's go to customer middleware, and here we'll check if auth guard, and guard name is customer, which we just created. Check. So we'll check if this is not customer. So if this is not customer, what we'll do is redirect to home page. You can make it dynamic by using guard here. So we'll check using this guard, and if this is not the customer, we'll redirect to some other route. Alright, let's register HTTP kernel. So we need to register in app HTTP kernel class. So in route middleware we'll register that. So we'll name it customer and customer middleware, so class. So I think it imported off here. Yeah, you can use inline as well. So we just registered our new middleware. Okay, after that we need to implement create the views for login to for customers, and for those we need controller. So if so we already got those in our project because we run make auth command, so we'll leverage that. So app HTTP controllers. So all those controllers will copy and paste it, and we'll name it customer auth. There we go. And we need to change the namespace here, customer auth. So in all controllers inside customer auth folder. So now we have new controller. We need to specify which guard we want to use for this login. So suppose if we do not specify guard, it will try to use the default web guards. So in documentation we got that information. So guard customization, so you need to define this method in your all routes, all controllers, like login, register and reset password controller. So in this new controller we'll define that just here. So we can use auth helper. So guard name will be customer. So let's copy and paste this into register controller. And reset password controller. Okay, after that we will generate a view. So you have two options. You can use the same view, same login logout view for both customer and admin, or you can make new files or new login blade files for them. So all you need to do is so in login controller for customer auth, you'll see, if you go to authenticate users, you'll see here show login form. So it is using auth login and other stuff. So you cannot change in authenticates user class, but what you can do is you can just copy this method into your login controller and overwrite it here. So it will use whatever here. So you can use any other view like customer auth dot login, so like this. So currently let's use those existing views, and I will create one additional file inside views, and I will name it, actually I will duplicate this and say it customer dash home dot blade. So this is for customer. So now what you need to do is you need to define a separate route for customers. So there is already auth routes, so you need to define other route for login in customers. So instead of writing all new routes, what you can do is you can copy from here. Okay, you can copy it from here into your application. Actually we'll copy this one since it got grouping by default. So yes, we can apply the customer middleware, and we can prefix it with prefix customer. So login, so this is inside customer auth. Customer auth. So we don't need route name for post route. Customer dot logout, customer dot register, no need for post. Okay, now we have route in place. Actually we need to use separate views for those as well, customer auth. So what we'll do is we'll copy views auth and paste it here and name it customer auth. Okay, and here we have everything in place. So we need to make a new layout file as well. So customer app.blade, and in this layout file I have to make a couple of changes, like login is now customer login, register is customer register, logout will be customer. Okay, so we need to just update these routes in individual form. So customer login, in login view, similarly for register. Okay, so after updating the route name, we need to go to controller and tell those controller to use these new files, new views. Actually let's go to authenticate it. So login form, we need to override that in login controller, and instead of auth we need to use customer auth.login. So similarly for registration, you need to override it to display the register form. So customer auth.register. So similarly you can do for reset password and forgot password. So after that is defined, so we need to use layouts app customer app. Similarly in registration, customer app. Okay, so now we are all set to go. Let's go to web and let's visit our, so before that let's make a route with, okay, so before that, so login routes shouldn't be inside middleware, that should be outside of middleware. So actually let's not use the middleware for it, only use prefix. Okay, so yeah, only use prefix customer and all those, yeah, everything looks good. Okay, let's visit customer login. Okay, first we need to log out. Okay, so let's register. Okay, we register, but it redirect us to login. Let's see in database what. Okay, it got stored here. So let's see where we are missing out. Register, customer register. Okay, here is user, you need to change it to customer create. Okay, after registration it correctly got registered inside this customer table, so we just need to change this create method here and import the class. There we go. And now we need to fix the redirection issue. So it is redirecting us to login, actually this login. So what you can do here is yeah, so it is using this guest middleware. Just comment that out in your all controller. So instead of that, now we'll create another route only for customer. So route, that way we'll know if we are if this is working. So go to customer home. So customer home, so we'll be loading view, just say load view, and name of view will be customer home, and we'll be protecting this with middleware customer. Okay, let's try to visit customer home. Okay, you are logged in as customer. Okay, we are already logged in, but it is showing us there. So we need to change that in layout customer app. So the problem here is auth user, so it is using default web guard. We need to use guard option and specify the guard name, so customer. Okay, so only difference is if you want to use this customer guard, you have to specify guard name and then use you can use like normal way. Also here is guest. What you can do is if auth guard customer check. If not customer, then show it, otherwise else. And if, I think that should work fine. Yeah, there we go. So we can log out. So after register, we can customer home. So that should fix the redirection issue. Okay, so let's log out. Okay, that's fine. Let's log in customer@customer.com. So actually this is the admin login, so we need to go to customer login. Okay, there we go. Now we log in. There we go. Log out and log in with the admin. Now admin@admin.com. okay, sorry about that, it's not admin, it's different email. Okay, so we can get to login admin and log out. So let's try to log in to home, sorry, visit home. So it is redirecting us back to admin login, and we'll go to so what we'll test is we'll log in with customer and try to visit the admin dashboard. Let's see if that works. Okay, let's try to log in with customer. Log in, there we go. Now let's try to visit the admin login. Yeah, it didn't work, so which is what we expected. So this is the basic idea behind MultiAuth in Laravel, and please subscribe and like if you learned something out of this video. Thank you.